In the heart of Europe, amid the rolling hills of France. The year was 1914.
The world stood on the precipice of chaos, a chaos that would come to be known as the First World War.
In the sleepy village of Saint-Tien-et-Umont, life carried on as usual.
Children played in the cobblestone streets, farmers tended to their fields, and the scent of freshly baked bread filled the air.
Among the villagers was young Henry Dubois, a spirited lad with dreams as vast as the horizon.
His days were spent helping his father in the family's bakery, but his mind often wandered far beyond the confines of their quaint little village. Henry was enthralled by tales of adventure and heroism, eagerly devouring every book he could find on the subject. As tensions escalated across Europe, the spectre of war loomed ever closer. News arrived in Saint-Tien-et-Umont like a dark cloud, casting a shadow over the once peaceful village. Men whispered of conscription and patriotic duty, while women fretted over the fate of their loved ones. Henry listened intently to these conversations, his heart swelling with a mixture of fear and excitement.
One fateful day, a proclamation was posted in the village square, announcing the mobilization of French forces.
Henry watched as men of all ages gathered around, their faces etched with determination and apprehension.
Among them stood his own father, a proud veteran of past conflicts, his weathered features betraying none of the turmoil within. As the days passed, Saint-Tien-et-Umont became a hive of activity, as men prepared to leave their homes and families behind. Henry's father imparted words of wisdom to his son, urging him to be brave in the face of adversity.
But despite his father's assurances, Henry couldn't shake the gnawing sense of dread that consumed him.
The morning of departure arrived, cloaked in a veil of mist that seemed to mirror the uncertainty of the times.
Henry stood in the village square, surrounded by tearful farewells and whispered prayers.
His father clasped him tightly, his eyes betraying a hint of sadness beneath their steely resolve. "Take care of your mother, Henry," his father said, his voice barely above a whisper.
"And remember, no matter what happens, always hold on to hope." With a heavy heart, Henry watched as the men of Saint-Tien-et-Umont marched off to war, their footsteps echoing against the cobblestones like a solemn trumpet.
In that moment, the innocence of youth was shattered, replaced by the harsh realities of a world torn apart by strife.
Henry returned home, the weight of his father's words heavy on his mind.
As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, he found solace in the routine of daily life. But the spectre of war lingered on the horizon, a constant reminder of the sacrifices made by those who marched off to fight.
Months turned into years, and still the war raged on, consuming the lives of countless young men. Henry watched as friends and neighbors received news of loved ones lost or wounded in battle.
Each casualty a sobering reminder of the cost of conflict.
Despite the darkness that enveloped the world, Henry clung to hope, a flickering flame amidst the chaos. He found comfort in the letters he received from his father, each one a lifeline connecting them across the vast expanse of war-torn Europe. But as the war dragged on, Henry's hope began to wane, replaced by a sense of despair that threatened to consume him.
He longed for the day when the guns would fall silent, when peace would once again reign across the land. And then, finally, the long-awaited news arrived: the armistice had been signed,
signaling an end to the bloodshed that had ravaged Europe for long years. Henry rejoiced, his heart filled with a bittersweet mix of relief and sorrow. As the men of Saint-Tien-et-Umont returned home, their faces etched with the scars of battle, Henry greeted them with open arms, grateful for their safe return. But amidst the celebrations, he couldn't help but mourn those who had been lost.
Their sacrifices forever etched in the annals of history. In the aftermath of war, Saint-Tien-et-Umont slowly began to rebuild, its scars a testament to the resilience of its people.
Henry took up his father's mantle, becoming a pillar of strength and hope in the community, determined to honor the memory of those who had given their lives for a better tomorrow. And as the years passed and the wounds of war began to heal, Henry never forgot the lessons he had learned amidst the chaos of battle. He knew that while the world may be filled with darkness,
hope would always shine through, a beacon guiding humanity toward a brighter future. The trenches of the Western Front stretched endlessly across the scarred landscape, a testament to the brutality of modern warfare. Here, amidst the mud and blood, Henry Dubois found himself thrust into a world he could scarcely comprehend. The once bright-eyed boy from Saint-Tien-et-Umont was now a soldier,
hardened by the horrors of battle.
Life in the trenches was a relentless cycle of fear and despair, punctuated by moments of fleeting camaraderie.
Henry fought alongside men from all walks of life, united by a common purpose and a shared desire to survive. They endured the constant barrage of artillery fire, the stench of decay, and the ever-present spectre of death.
In the midst of the chaos, Henry clung to memories of home, the scent of his mother's cooking, the sound of his father's laughter.
But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, those memories began to fade, replaced by the harsh realities of war. Henry witnessed the full extent of human suffering, each passing day eroding whatever remained of his youthful idealism. He watched as friends fell in battle, their lifeless bodies swallowed by the unforgiving earth. He saw the toll it took on those who survived, their spirits broken and their souls scarred beyond repair. But amidst the despair, there were moments of respite, however fleeting. Henry found solace in the letters he received from home, each word a lifeline connecting him to a world he feared he may never see again. He clung to memories of his family, their faces etched in his mind like precious relics of a bygone era. As the war dragged on, Henry's sense of hope began to wane, replaced by a gnawing sense of despair that threatened to consume him. He wondered if he would ever see his family again, if he would ever feel the warmth of the sun on his face or the soft touch of his mother's hand.
But amidst the darkness, there were moments of unexpected beauty.
Amidst a moonlit night, Henry found himself gazing up at the stars, their shimmering light a stark contrast to the darkness below.
For a brief moment, he allowed himself to forget the horrors of war, lost in the vastness of the cosmos.
As the war raged on, Henry Dubois faced his greatest challenge yet.
Amidst the chaos of battle, he found himself tasked with a mission of utmost importance,
one that would test his courage and resolve to their very limits.
With the fate of his comrades hanging in the balance, Henry embarked on a journey that would forever alter the course of his life.
The mission was perilous, fraught with danger at every turn. Henry and his comrades navigated their way through enemy territory, their senses heightened as they evaded detection and danger.
They faced enemy fire, treacherous terrain, and the constant threat of discovery. But amidst the danger, Henry found a sense of purpose that had long eluded him.
As he fought alongside his fellow soldiers, he realized that they were all bound together by a common cause, a shared desire to bring an end to the senseless bloodshed that had consumed their lives.
And then, finally, victory was within their grasp.
Henry and his comrades achieved their objective, turning the tide of battle in favor of their allies. But amidst the triumph, there was no time for celebration, no time to revel in their hard-fought victory.
For Henry, the true victory lay not in the glory of battle, but in the knowledge that he had made a difference,
that he had helped to bring an end to the suffering that had plagued so many.
And as he looked out over the scarred landscape of the Western Front, he knew that the echoes of the Great War would linger on, a reminder of the sacrifices made by so many in the name of peace.
As the war drew to a close, Henry Dubois returned to Saint-Tienne-et-Umont, a changed man.
The scars of battle remained, both seen and unseen, but amidst the ruins
of a world torn apart by strife, he found something unexpected, hope.
And though the road ahead would be long and difficult, Henry knew that as long as he held on to hope, anything was possible.